I have a crush on them, like I really like them, I really do, and then you're just like, oh, oh, okay. Hey guys, it's Angela. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, that's kind of weird. Why haven't you subscribed yet so that we can become besties? Don't you know that the moment you subscribe, we automatically become besties? Like, this is literally a visual representation of what we would be the moment you hit the subscribe button. But it's okay. It is okay. I'm a very patient person. Oh, wait. And while you're there, you might as well follow my Instagram, because why not? Why not? Like, come on. In today's video, we're going to be ranking breakup tropes in dramas. And I actually didn't come up with this. My mind is not that powerful, so I had to rely on you guys. I did see a comment. I will put the comment right here. I'm staying still this time because last time I was moving around too much and that was a pain in the butt to edit. That's where I got the inspiration from. I didn't like it at the time because I was afraid I might not actually make this video, and I didn't want to like give false hope, if that makes sense. Like that other video I was supposed to make but didn't make. But like I said earlier, I'm basically going to be talking about tropes that happen in dramas that make it so that the couples break up, or tropes that happen that kind of stop the leads from getting together in the first place. And we're gonna rank them on a tier list. And while I'm talking about these, I'm gonna have some examples on the screen, but don't expect all of them to be 100% perfect matches because I am doing them from memory. So if you see something up on the screen and you're like, that didn't happen in that drama at all, maybe I was confused, all right? maybe I got something a little mixed up, okay? I'm low-key surprised I could even remember any of the titles to begin with, so like, that's a start, right? We should celebrate the small victories in life, right guys? Nod your head yes, please. With that being said, let's just get right into the video, shall we? First, we're gonna start off with the tiers. I'm gonna go from highest to lowest, so basically like S through F. And for the very top tier, what I consider S tier is, yes, give me the drama. I love it here. And this tier is gonna be for the breakups that actually make sense. And even though it happens very rarely that these dramas make a breakup happen that's actually normal and makes sense to happen, when it does happen, I'm eating it up. So yes, give me the drama. After that, for our A tier, it's just gonna be, it had to be done. Like, I understand the circumstances that happened. Like, I could see the situation that happened, and if I was in that situation too, like, I probably would have broken up with them too. Yeah, I get it. Like, some people could have thugged it out, but you didn't, and that is not your fault. I do not blame you for wanting to exit that relationship. For our B tier, I have, okay, that's understandable, I guess. Like, if I really think about it and I weigh the pros and cons, like, I can see where you're coming from, and I'm not really mad at you for it. I low-key do feel like we could have worked this out, like, just by talking a little bit, but like, if you really feel that way, I'm not gonna be mad at you for doing what you did, I guess.
Mommy not mad at you. Mommy not mad at your baby.
At our C tier, we have, is this loud? I'm hearing it, I'm not liking it. I'll just take it off. I'm editing it, I'm hearing it, like, you could fix that. And I won't be able to go to my laptop and fix it, so like, let's fix it. For my C tier, we have, stop wasting my time. We've all been there before once we're watching a drama and the leads are happy and together, and you see that you're in episode 10 and there's 16 episodes total. So now you're like, what's gonna happen? Who's gonna shoot who? Who's gonna die? Who's gonna drown? What girl comes in and starts acting like she's been dating this guy forever, and instead of the female lead to stop and listen to what the male lead is saying, she just breaks up with him and then runs away, and now he has to chase after her for 3 episodes where she won't talk to him, and then finally on episode 15 they get back together, but then they leave again on episode 16, and then they get back together again in the last 30 minutes of episode 16. Yeah, stop wasting my time. And then for the F tier category, we have, you're getting paid per episode, aren't you? Because like, you really could have wrapped this up a while ago, but for some reason you just decide to drag it, and for what? What are you doing? And I guess this is kind of like the C tier, but like, I guess in my head this is just like a more extreme version. Low-key, like, I could wrap this up in like 3 tiers, but that's kind of like boring, is it not? Like, I'm just like, yes, maybe, no. So I was just like, maybe I should just throw another tier there. Just to be dramatic, you know? Like, why not? Why not? Let's just have fun. Why not?
Like, oh, let's make fun of the girl who took a risk and put herself out there creatively.
This is that category where it's just like, you're doing too much and then some. Okay, for this first reason for breaking up is what I like to call POV, you're impatient. And in this situation, this is the same trope that happens so many times in so many dramas. Like, I can't even count on my hands and my toes how many times this happens in dramas. And this is basically where the leads are already together. I'm telling y'all, they're already together. kissed, everything, held hands, everything. Depending on what kind of drama it is, hugged, all right? They're already together or they're very, very close to it. But then all of a sudden, because one of the leads has superhuman hearing, because I promise you under normal circumstances, you wouldn't be able to hear that conversation from where you're standing, because one of the leads has this supernatural ability, they're hiding behind some sort of wall or something. And then the other lead or their partner is somewhere else having a conversation and they get hugged or they get kissed or they like end up like talking bad about them in some way, shape, or form, where it's just like, I hate that girl, like she's awful, she's horrible, like she a bitch, like I hate her, like I don't even know how she got here, like I literally only did this because it was like a bet and they told me to do it and that's why I did it. Like the worst of the worst, like they're saying the worst things ever, like they're kissing all up on the other girl, whatever, just talking absolute rah-rah. And all of this is being heard and or seen by the other lead because again, they're behind a wall somewhere or something. So obviously the other lead hears all this and runs away with tears in their eyes, this, that, and the third, but we as the viewers, we know that's not actually what happened, because what he was actually saying is, I don't know why guys say that she's an ugly little rat, little sewer thing, but I actually love her. Too bad she already ran away. Or it's like they're smooching up or they're kissing all upon them or something like that, and then the other lead is just like, oh, get off of me, you know I don't like you like that.
Don't rush me, Katie, I'm just not ready.
And so they just push them off and they're like, ew, you're disgusting. Again, too bad, they already left with tears in their eyes. You're donezo. So then the other lead gets home and they think everything's perfectly fine with their new relationship because they just spent 12 episodes getting it together. And then ding, 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 they get a text and they're like, hey, I don't think this is gonna work out anymore. And now I gotta wait another 2 episodes for y'all to clear up this misunderstanding. C tier, stop wasting my time. You're wasting my time. For what? For what? For why? Because why didn't you just wait until the conversation was over? You get what I'm saying? Like you sat there for all of it, but then right at the part where they're about to say what actually happened or they're about to push the other girl off, that's when you decide to leave. Like, I don't know, like if it was me, like I'm recording that shit. Like, I don't even know. I don't know what I would do, actually. Never had a romantic experience in my life. But you know what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't run away until I heard everything. Like they'd be mid-conversation, y'all, whatever. I have a lot to go through. I don't want this video to be like an hour long. Okay, next on this list we have cheating. And low-key, maybe this doesn't really count. It's usually one of the leads is already dating somebody and whoever's writing the story is basically like, yeah, we gotta get rid of whoever they're dating. So like, let's just get rid of them in a way where it's like none of the watchers actually feel bad for the person that they're dating. And then boom, lo and behold, we find out that they're cheating and then they're gotten rid of. But this is so funny to me because like whenever I'm watching a drama and I see that one of the leads already has a partner, I'm just like, so when are you gonna leave? Like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Like, last I checked, the 2 people on the cover were so-and-so and so-and-so. So, like, who is you?
Who are you?
I'm Pam. Who are you?
I'm the owner of this house.
And then I start predicting like how exactly they're gonna break up, and it's almost always cheating. But it low-key reminds me of Destined with You, because if you guys watch that, you would know that like the male lead and his little boo twang were together for a really, really long time, like way longer than usual. And I was trying to get stressed out because I was just like, no, I don't want this to be like one of those glorified cheating things, because one thing about me, I do not like a cheating story. Like, I don't care how glorified you try to make it seem, at the end of the day, cheating is cheating, and I peeped that. So like when I was watching Destined with You and then like the girl was hanging on for a little too long and it didn't really seem like she was doing anything wrong. Like, yeah, she might have been like a little conceited, but like that's not a reason for you to cheat on me, you know? But like I was getting worried, but that ended up resolving itself. But because this is always done just to get rid of the other person, I put this in S tier just because like you literally cheated. That's like the most valid reason to break up with somebody, and they never get back with them because again, you were like disposable for the plot. Okay, next on the list we have what I like to call the sudden confession. And this is basically when one of the leads is finally mustered up enough courage to like actually ask out the other lead. But the moment they're about to, I'm telling you, like card written, like text about to be sent, it's already scheduled to send at 12 a.m. Everything's laid out perfectly. Right when they're about to confess, they witness the other lead, aka the person they're about to ask out, they witness them getting confessed to. And because of that, they decide not to confess their feelings to them, or they're just like, no, this isn't gonna work, like I'm not gonna do it anymore. Mind you, the other lead they're trying to ask out right now literally turned down the person they just got confessed to by. And they're acting like these aren't like mutually exclusive events. Like, if he turned her down, then that must mean he's gonna turn me down too. And here's the thing. I would have been okay with this had it been like 2 different people who didn't know each other. For instance, the person who's trying to ask the other person out has barely seen him. They're only like their physical crush. They've never really had like interactions with them or like built a relationship with them. Because yeah, that makes sense. He doesn't know you. He just turned out this other chick that he also doesn't know. What makes you think that he's gonna say yes to you? I get it. But that's never what the situation is. The situation is always like they're buddy-buddy, like they're attached at the hip, they've been together like this since forever. And on top of that, they're like flirting. Like they're at that point where like they're kind of like being flirtatious with each other. It's not like they're completely hiding it or they're just like, ew, no, you're literally just my friend. Like, what is your problem? No, they're literally flirting in class or at work or wherever they may be, making everybody else uncomfortable. But all of a sudden, you don't want to confess anymore because he just got confessed to and he literally turned them down. I guess she too. My bad, y'all. This is an equal opportunity rant. Like, I don't get it. If you just saw him turn down the other person, and it's usually the only other person he could possibly potentially have feelings for, why aren't you happy? Why aren't you jumping for joy? I would be jumping for joy. Shit. Depending on who it was, because low-key, sometimes it'd be the girl that's like all weird and mean to the other person. I would have confessed right in front of her. I would have been like, hey, Pookie. Because you know you like me. You know you do. So go ahead and say yes to this confession. And I want you to do it right in front of her. And then we can like run off into the sunset holding hands or something like that. I don't know. Like, it's up to you, Bookie. Like, you tell me. Anyways, I put this at F tier where you're basically just getting paid per episode, aren't you? Because I feel like there's no valid reason for you to not want to move forward with your relationship just because he got confessed to. I don't see the correlation. Okay, up next we have the I already have a crush on somebody trope. And this is one I can kind of get more behind. And let me explain. This is basically like the situation where one of the leads ends up overhearing the other lead, like either talking to their friend or some random person. And he basically gets asked like, oh, do you like her? Like, oh, do you like her? And he's basically like, no, I already have a crush on somebody. And then the other lead ends up overhearing this. And then because of that, they cancel their confession. But the reason why I can kind of get behind this one more is because it tends to always happen in a situation where the leads are already like besties and have been best friends for like a long time, and they've never like flirted with each other in any way, shape, or form. But now like one of the leads has finally realized that they actually have a crush on their childhood friend or whatever, and they're basically finally about to like ask them out, and they're already scared that they're gonna ruin the relationship that they already have, and now they just heard that they already have a crush on somebody. So if I was to put myself into their shoes and I was in that situation, like, yeah, I wouldn't want to ruin my friendship, especially when I already know he already has a crush on somebody else. Whole time we all know that the person they actually have a crush on is the other lead, but like they don't know that. So like I would put this in B tier. Like, okay, that's understandable. I get that. I understand why you wouldn't like move forward with that. Up next we have what I like to call the awakening, and this is basically when one of the leads, usually the male lead, let's be so for real, let's like stop being all like inclusive, let's stop being equal, let's be for real. When the male lead ends up being a jerk to the female lead for absolutely no reason. I'm talking like he's in front of his friends or whatever and he absolutely embarrasses her, or every single time they're trying to hang out, he just doesn't want to hang out, or he's taking Mr. Nonchalant a little too far and he literally just does not care about her. Like, that's what I'm talking about here. And because this happens, the female lead, literally with tears in her eyes and stuff, ends up breaking up with him and doesn't like want to have anything to do with him. And so they break up. They stop talking. Had this been it, I would give this S tier. Give me a drama. I hated him too. Let's get rid of him. Let's jump. Like, let's go party. However, unfortunately, I must add, in addition to this, they always get back together every single time. Every single time. Bro, I do not care what your excuses are. Like, you should not be treating me like this. Like, what is your problem? What is your deal? This is low-key. Low-key. Low-key how I felt about Uncontrollably Fond, but let's not get into that before they drag me. So even though this is an S tier reason as to why they should break up, low-key it's given F tier because they always get back together. Okay, up next we have the undercover bestie, and this is basically the trope where one of the leads, and low-key I've seen this happen with both the male lead and the female lead, they're basically like having a rocky time on their relationship, or they're about to get together, or there's just like one pivotal moment that's about to happen, right? And right before this happens, they decide to confide in their bestie who's oh so amazing at giving relationship advice, and be like, hey, what would you do? Or hey, how do you feel about this situation? And the bestie basically tells them like, oh, he gave you flowers? Doesn't he know that your great-great-great-grandma died of a flower poisoning? He fucking hates you. Oh, he bought you a whole wardrobe? He literally thinks that your clothes are disgusting and they stink. He fucking hates you. He's embarrassed to be with you. Oh, he's your boss? You know how those guys are. They're never serious about relationships. He's probably just using you. It's probably just a joke between his friends or something like that. He fucking hates you. What's going on? You're the enemy, aren't ya? You're jealous, aren't ya? You hate me. Just say that you hate me. That would be less blatant than whatever you're doing right now. Obviously, it's not as like out there as I'm saying. It's usually something like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like he's just not being serious about you. Or it's just like, no, if that were me, like, I wouldn't take that. Like, something like that. You guys know what I mean. Like, it's usually a lot more subtle. But nonetheless, you just made it so that she completely blocked him on everything. And now I have to wait another 5 episodes for them to get together. 10 if it's a C-drama. Like, what are you doing? It was the one with Bailu and Dylan Wang. I'm acting like I can't put this in post-editing. I'll put it right here. It was basically that one, and that one literally drove me insane. Like, and this happens all the time. The bestie is the enemy, and I put this in F tier. You're literally getting paid per episode, aren't you? Because you just wanted problems for absolutely no reason. Like, the leads were doing perfectly fine on their own. All of a sudden, you want to put input for what? For money. That's what. Get out of my face. Up next is a trope I like to call, you as a man have slowly but surely found out that you are falling in love with another man in a society that looks down on such relationships. But the moment you realize that you're okay with this and you pursue the relationship, you find out that the guy that you're dating is actually a girl, and so you break up with them. I fear this is valid. Yeah, it had to be done. I totally get how you're feeling right now. I'd be mad too, you know. Up next we have the we live in different worlds trope. Spoiler alert! F! I don't get what the point is for this. I really don't. Because like 80% of the time, this already happens when they're already dating. Like you guys have already gone through like the whole process and everything. And you're just like, yeah, we like each other. Yeah, he's perfect. Yeah, this and that. And then you suddenly come to the epiphany that like he's so much richer than you and like you're just in a completely different class and you'll never be good enough for him, and therefore you're just like, yeah, we need to break up. Mind you, like he hasn't done anything wrong. Like it's not like he's used his power against her. It's not like he's sided with his family when they're like maybe talking a little bit of shit. Like no, he's been on her side. He's fought for her every single time. And then all of a sudden she has this epiphany. I'm sorry. Yes, she. Like, it's because they don't do this with the female rich lead, male lead type thing going on. That's why rich female lead is always so much better than rich male lead, because I don't have to deal with bullshit like this. Anyways, it's always when they're happily in love that she decides to just pull this. And then because of that, they break up. And I put this on F tier because again, you're literally wasting my time. No need to go further in depth. We all know what I'm talking about here. Close to this, but not quite, is the our parents don't agree with this relationship. Again, I'm just gonna drop how I feel about this right away, and I don't know if you guys are gonna disagree with me on this, but give me time to explain because I'm putting it in the okay, that's understandable category. I know a lot of people might think that like it should be lower, like no, you're literally wasting time. Like why are you doing this? And like it's not that serious, you can just cut them off. But like in reality, like you can't really cut off like relationships like that, especially like if they're like strong relationships. Like I'm talking like your parents have already taken care of you, like they've been good parents, they've been nice to you at all points in your life, like they haven't treated you bad and you have a great relationship with your parents. It's too bad like they look down on the other lead. You get what I'm saying? Like, and even though if we're looking at it objectively, it's just like, wow, that parent is like a shitty person. Like the other lead shouldn't even want to be in contact with their parents anyways. Like in reality, that's not really how it works. Like there are complicated relationships. You can't just cut off your family because they like do this or that or the third, because you still have that love for them. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, just cutting off the lead from like their family doesn't really work. But at the same time, you know that you're always gonna have to interact with those family members, like at family meetings, at weddings. If it's a situation where you have to move in with the parents and like take care of the parents and this, that, the whole time the parents are being totally passive aggressive towards you the entire time, talking down on you the entire time, expecting you to be like a maid or this and that, just being absolutely rude the entire time, and you have to live with that forever because you want to be all cooped up with your boo twang? You fine, but you're not that fine, Pookie. Like that's literally your entire life. Your entire life. Like even if the parents pass away, like now you're 60, bitch. So if you look at it in that sense, like I totally understand why one of the leads would want to break up with the other lead if the parents are just doing too much, like if the family just does not support their relationship, because now you're signing up for a whole bunch of drama for who knows how long. So yeah, that's just how I feel. Camera died. Up next we have the my parents are the reason your parents died. And I know you guys are like, what the fuck? Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I know this is niche and I can't think of any specific dramas right now, but I know it has happened more than once.
I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
And to describe this in the best way I can, is basically where one of the leads has like trauma because something that happened to their parents, or like this happened or that happened. And because of that, like their whole life was like thrown off course. They had to deal with all sorts of circumstances that were just awful and horrible. And then later they find out that the person that they're dating, their parents, are the ones that caused all that misfortune in the other person's life. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. And you might be thinking, Angela, what is your problem? You have no empathy, like you have no care, like you think that everything revolves around you. No, hear me out. The thing is, the person whose parents did everything is almost always never in contact with their parents anymore. Like either their parents died, or they cut all contact, or like they're adopted now and they just really found out that those are their biological parents. You know, K-drama world. This, that, and the third. But they're never in a good relationship with their family who did all this stuff. So it's just like, low-key, that's not my problem. Like, is it wrong for me to think that, like, I don't even know them for real? Like, I might as well be adopted. Like, if I was adopted and I never found out that those were my parents, like, would that be my problem? You get what I'm saying? I'm basically adopted. I don't talk to them. So why? You know what I'm saying? And it's always like this point where it's just like because that one of the leads feels like really guilty about it, and now they can't see them the same anymore because they're just like, I can't look at you normally anymore because all I can do is think about the fact that my parents are the ones who did this to you. And it's just like, I don't know. Like, maybe I am the problem. Maybe it is that big of a deal, but I feel like that has nothing to do with you. Like, were you driving a bus? Like, I'm so confused. And because of that, to be frank, I'm putting this in stop wasting my time. What is that, C tier? I think so. Because why do I have to be responsible, or why do I have to feel guilty about my absent parents? Okay, up next we have I'm the reason, but I'm actually the reason. And this is like paralleling with the other one, where the other one I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. This one actually makes sense because it's like one of the leads did something in their past and that directly affected the other lead in a horrible way, and then they end up finding out later that he's or she's the one who did it to them. And because of that, they're just like, oh, so you were the op all along. You're the reason why my life was a mess. And to be quite frank, I'm putting this in A tier, where it's like, it just has to be done. Because if I put myself into those shoes, like imagine like I'm a person and I'm about to release like this stellar product or something like that. And then somebody gets a hold of my product and then they basically end up posting it online and they're just like, oh, this shit is low-key ass. Like, who gave this to me? And then because of that, everybody just like, boo, boo, her product sucks, her product sucks. And I was like, right there. Like I was right there. I was right there. And then all of a sudden, like I lost all of it because one dude decided to put up a review. Lo and behold, like 3 years later, I'm broke as shit because again, you literally ruined my whole business. And I end up falling in love with this guy. He treats me right. He treats me perfectly. And then I find out that he was the one who posted that shit. Yeah. You got to go. You got to go. You got to go. You got to go. Sorry, I don't make the rules. And while you're at it, give me my money. Give me my money. Hey, it had to be done. Okay, up next we have where the lead is about to like confess to her person, whatever, their person. And then all of a sudden we find out that the lead's friend has a crush on the same person who is the other lead. And this is a little bit of a complicated one because like some of the times, like, girl, you knew I liked him. Like, you saw us hanging out after school all the time, like all day, every day. Like you saw me blushing, you saw me kissing my feet, and then all of a sudden you want to tell me that you have a crush on him because you know I'm a good friend and you know that I'm not going to talk to him if I know that you want to talk to him at the same time. But then it's also that situation where like sometimes like they truly just do not know, like, and they're genuinely just like, I have a crush on them, like I really, really like them, I really do. And then you're just like, oh, oh, okay. Like,
hey everyone, I'm already crying.
And because of that, like, I feel like if I had a friend that I'd been close to, like, since I was, like, really, really young, like, that's literally my bestie, and then I find out that, like, she ends up liking this guy, and I know that if I also end up, like, confessing to that guy, it's gonna ruin our relationship. I don't mean to be, like, somebody who gets walked all over, but, like, if I genuinely feel like they genuinely like them and they didn't know that I like them, because I'm the type of person, if I think that you're fine as hell, I will walk past you with a straight face like this. And you will never know. In fact, I might look at you like, you will never know. So sorry about it. So it's like, I can't blame them for not knowing that I had a crush on them. And now they're telling me that they actually have a crush on them. Like, low key, I would just drop it because there are plenty of men in the sea. And even though we all know that they're actually soulmates and this is that, like, I wouldn't know it. I wouldn't know that that was my soulmate that you just took. I wouldn't know that that was my fine shit that you just took. Like, I just thought he was fine. And now you got him. So like, low key, on the low key, I put that in B tier. What is that? Is that B tier or C tier? It's understandable, I guess. Like, it's okay, I guess. Like, I see where you're coming from, I guess. But like, if they're a bad friend, read them better because they're trying to take your mans. Up next, we have Hidden Secret Gets Exposed. And again, I'm just gonna spoil this early. I put this in 2 tiers. 1, A, where it's like it has to be done, and F, you're getting paid per episode, aren't you? And the reason why it splits so much is because it really depends on the situation. Like, sometimes the secret is valid and you're just like, yeah, no, you gotta go. Like, for instance, you asked me out as a deer or something like that, or like you thought I was ugly the whole time, you thought I was chopped the whole time you were talking to me, and now I find out from your friends who are also a kiki behind my back because they literally think this is a joke to you, that you literally only talk to me because of a prank. Yeah, I'm breaking up with you. But then on other times, it's just like, in the 5th grade, I was the one who put that bubble gum in your hair. Okay, but no, you're gonna break up over this. You're gonna break up because in 5th grade I put bubblegum in your hair. Like, can we be for real? Can we be for real? Like, can we stop and be for real for 2 seconds? Like, be so for real. I beg your pardon? You literally only wanted a reason to break up. Just say that. Like, literally just tell me you want to break up. Why are you bringing up something that happened in 5th grade? But this one is way more valid, and I completely understand that. Okay, for this next trope, we have what I like to call, I gotta put me first. I feel like this one might be controversial, but I'm actually gonna put this in an A tier reason to break up. And here's the thing, hear me out. In K-drama land, this shit makes me want to kill myself. Like, whenever they're just like, I had to break up with you, and it's always some big reveal too. I had to break up with you because like, I just didn't like the person I was, or like, I just didn't like the situation I was in. I didn't really know who I was when I was talking to you. Like, when I hear that, I'm just like, oh. Because they'd be like the most wholesome couples too that do this. But unfortunately, I understand. I really do understand, because like, if you see it in like a real life situation, like imagine like you're like depressed, imagine like you don't know what you're doing with your life, imagine like you really don't have anything together, like you're literally living life day to day, you don't know what you're doing, and then like you see this person come into your life and like they're like the best thing that ever happened to you, they're great, they're perfect, but then like you're literally reminded every day that like you have nothing going for yourself outside of this person. Like, you are not your own separate person outside of this person. You have no identity for yourself, you have no ambitions, you don't even like yourself. Like, you don't like yourself as a person, and the only time you do like yourself is when you're in like a relationship with this person. Again, never had a romantic experience in my life, but I feel like that would really suck. Like, I would hate that for myself. Like, imagine if me as a person, like, I live day to day, the only thing that I can talk about in my life is my boyfriend. The only thing I can talk about is my fine shit. Like, what are your hobbies? I don't know. What are your ambitions? I don't know. What do you like to do in your spare time? I don't really know. I just kind of do whatever. Yeah, I gotta break up with you and find myself too. So if we're actually talking about reasons to break up, I low-key feel like that's actually valid. I do. And yes, I hated it every single time it happened. I hated it in Our Beloved Summer. I hated it in Love Struck in the City. I hated it in Find Me in Your Memory. I'm actually goated for being able to bring up 3 dramas off the bat. Like, I want y'all to tell me good job in the comments for that. Like, I thrive off of validation, so yeah. The reason why I'm not putting it in S tier is because like, I feel like in some situations, like, you could get over it. Like, I feel like you could still be like talking to your pookie, you could still be talking to your fine shit while also finding yourself. But I also understand why you kind of want to be separate from them while you're finding yourself, if a lot of your identity revolves around them. Okay, up next we have some honorable mentions, just because I didn't really feel like making this video 2 hours long, because guys, I've been recording for an hour and a half. Just a quick rapid round. 1, we're gonna do long distance. I feel like if you really wanted this to work out, you could make it work out. You guys broke up in an age where we have FaceTime technology, and low-key, like, I know you guys can meet on Christmas or something. You obviously didn't like him that bad. This is kind of a reason to break up, because you guys always get back together in the last episode anyways. Next, we have communication was never an option, and low-key, this is like everything, because a lot of these problems could be solved if you guys just opened your mouth and talked, but you guys don't like to do that, do you? And because of that, I'm giving you F tier, because again, you're getting paid per episode, aren't you? I know you are. Moving on. Lastly, we have you knew my identity, you used me, okay? You didn't think I was using you once we were having them nice little dates, did you? Even if I was using you, what about it? Like, what about it? You was having a good time, weren't ya? But the thing is, I wasn't using you, and you didn't even give me 2 seconds to explain myself. Fuck you and your mama. I don't care. I hate that trope down bad. I hate it so bad, because like, if you knew me and you've been talking to me for long enough, you should know who I am as a person, and you shouldn't think that I'm using you for what you have. But instead, the moment you got that seed planted in your head that I'm using you, all of a sudden it became true. Nigga, you don't know me. And so like, what? F tier 2. F tier to you too. F tier, F tier, F tier. All y'all get an F tier. I don't care. Why y'all break it up? If he's not cheating or if it's not some other valid reason, why y'all break it up? Like, y'all must not like him that bad. I'm just saying. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Again, low-key sad that the other video that I got could not get uploaded, but it's whatever. I was low-key trying to make like a Patreon, not like to charge y'all or anything. I'm not being a weirdo. Like, if y'all wanted to give me money, you sure could. I'm not gonna say no, but I was just gonna make like a Patreon so I could just like throw it all in there and you guys could just like click on it. Like, I would just like post the video here and then like I would just have the link in like the bio or something for you guys to click. But tell me why I went onto Patreon in order to do it, and the moment I clicked make my account, they suspended my accounts for suspicious activity. What activity? I didn't even get to the activity. Like, so I just gave up. Like, and I was gonna like post a reaction thingy there too, but like I can't even make a Patreon, so like where would I even post this stuff? I don't even know. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting the thumbs up. And if you guys really enjoyed this video, how about you subscribe to my channel so that you can just watch all my videos and stick around for longer so that we can be besties. You don't want to be besties with me? Like, do I not entertain you? If you made it to this part of the video, like obviously you like hearing me yap, or like maybe like you're in the shower or something and then like autoplay went on and now this video has been playing the whole time, and mind you, it's your like self-care day, so you're like taking like 30 minutes in the shower and you've just been hearing me talk and talk and talk, but like you don't want to get up to go stop the video. Because of that, you're just listening to me and you're like, wow, this girl really sucks, like let me go see her name so I can make sure I never watch her again. Yeah, that's totally valid, but like I'm hoping that's not what happened and you actually watch this video because you like me, and if you do, subscribe. Why not? Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Every single time.